Gentlemen and gentlewomen, hello and welcome back to Minecraft Minecolonies Byzantine. So last episode we got behind me, you can see the Combat Academy and the barracks built. It's looking pretty cool, a bit blurry in the background, got to turn off depth of field. And also we got the concrete, no that's the crusher over there. So this episode I wanted to slow things down a little bit because I read a comment that said, oh my god, you're speeding forwards doing all these buildings, but we haven't really seen the colony work. And it's a really good point. I want to spend this episode going back through all of the buildings and making sure everything is tickety-boo. All above board, and make sure people like Kapulka Cannon back there have the gear they need to defend the colony. Likewise, making sure the crafters are doing their crafting and the builders are doing their building properly, making sure, yeah, like I said, everything runs. Man, you know what, depth of field is pretty cool. I like seeing this colony in the background all blurry. Looks very cinematic, in fact. Perhaps there's a screenshot right there. Yeah, boom. So a couple of changes have been done around the colony. As you can see now, the church has been upgraded to level 3, I believe, and it looks freaking incredible. Gaze upon the glory that is this incredible church. What an amazing looking building. Anyway, my friends, let's jump in and get to it. So yeah, well, where does this begin then? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and we do need another warehouse. This is a pretty important part of getting our colony healthy and running all smoothly. So I'm also going to set this to be built, and I'm not going to time-lapse this. I'm going to let this go up in the background and make sure that the builder has everything they need to get this up to levels 1, 2, and 3. That's a great way for me to keep on top of the crafting requirements for our colony. Because so far I've really just been going over to the computer, grabbing the stuff I need, because it's so easy to get like a stack of stairs, a stack of gravel, 40 racks, wow, 40 racks, a courier's hut, and just throw them in the builder's hut and let him go. But it's not healthy for the colony. We're not making sure that people can do things on their own. So we'll start with Jensen over here, building the warehouse, and let's do it. But also we've got the clipboard, and this is basically your main tool in making sure your colony is healthy. So right click here, and this shows us absolutely everything that we need to make. So let's start from the top of the list and work our way down. Number 1, it's a bucket, mother trucker. Now we know that the mine is getting loads and loads and loads of iron. So that part of the colony is running, but the blacksmith needs to be able to make buckets so that we can get the cowhand to make milk, and so that the cowhand's milk can then become cakes over at the bakery. Man, it's a long drawn out process, but making sure all of the steps to everything you do in the colony is a pretty important step. So let's go over and visit the blacksmith. Hello, Alex Renard. How are you doing? You doing great? Good to know. So do you have a recipe for buckets? You should do. Thought I put this in, but maybe I didn't. We've got 60 possible recipes now because of all the upgrading we've done and the research. So there's absolutely no reason why this guy can't learn buckets. And yeah, looks like we haven't taught them the recipe, so here we go. There's buckets. So while we're here actually, with 60 slots, we might as well get all of the tools done. Oh man, there you go. You can hear him in the background now, chipping away at those buckets that the cowhand wanted. Amazing. And so now the cowhand's going to make milk. It's a bit of a worry actually, because milk takes up a lot of space in the warehouse, but the cowhand should only make milk when it's demanded. He shouldn't try and store it. So all of the cobblestone tools, and we're basically going to do tools of every single level. So it's the pickaxe, the hoe, the shovel, and then last but not least, the axe. And we'll do the same for iron. I'm fairly sure he's got those recipes, but it's just good to know, tick all these boxes. And also diamond tools. This is a bit expensive, but I feel like if the miner is doing his job pretty well... Wait, impregnated diamond? No, that's not the one. Here we go, regular diamond. Ooh, close one. So, shovel. Wait a minute, what is an impregnated diamond? Can diamonds have babies? Sounds pretty OP. And of course, the pièce de résistance. Our guards are going to need swords, so we'll make sure he's got the recipes for those as well. Diamond and iron. And you know what? Let's make stone as well. I'm fairly sure he's got the recipe for stone swords, but if he doesn't, well, he will do now. And bada bing, bada boom. Already this is looking much, much healthier. It looks like, no, he didn't have any diamond recipes, and he didn't have the recipe for iron sword. Interesting. I think we made a load before and just threw them in the warehouse, but there you go. That's why it's important to constantly come back and make sure your blacksmith has all the recipes he needs. Now there's also chains. Basically anything you can make with iron, you can probably make over here at the blacksmith. So iron bars are going to be a thing. Oh yeah, just filling up these recipe slots now, because we kind of, first time around, never really gave these guys full recipes because they were level 1. They didn't really have the recipe space for us to put in what we actually wanted these guys to be able to craft. So the blacksmith has some recipes now, and yeah, okay, right, so here we are. The smeltery wants some smeltable ore. Well, we'll need to make sure the miner is working pretty hard to make sure he's got something to do. The fuel for the smeltery is still jungle planks. That's a bit of a mistake. It used to be that we had loads of jungle planks, but we don't have any going on at the forester's hut, and we've kind of shifted our focus to charcoal. So, D's Nuts Maximus, we're going to change your fuel, my friend, and we're going to let you use charcoal. There we go. So what's next? We can cancel the fuel request for jungle planks. And aha, so the miner has slowed down because he needs some framed cobblestone. Framed cobblestone should be a mason thing, so we'll find the mason's hut, the stonemason, and go and set that up as well. How's it going, Kapulka? We've come over here to give you some new recipes, yeah. You've been bored all this time, we're about to put you to work big time. So over here at the stonemason's hut, we can see the open requests. Here it is, the framed cobblestone for the mine. He should have had this already, but for some reason he didn't. Anyway, there we go, oak and cobblestone, amazing. Okay, what's next on the list? We can cancel that request, and it's arrows. Right, so we have basically all of the components now. We have the sticks that can be made over at the stick guy, who is also known as the carpenter. You're not just a stick guy, Leonard Butthole, although you might have a stick rammed up there. And yeah, this guy knows how to make sticks out of both oak planks, but also we should teach him how to make them out of spruce as well, because always good to know. Because spruce is the second kind of wood that we have a lot of on the colony, so sticks aren't a problem. Feathers should be coming from the chicken hut that we have now, and flint is a tricky one. So how do we get flint on the colony? Flint. There must be one building that can turn stone or gravel into flint. I think it might be the crusher, Yeah, it is, and he already knows that recipe, so we can kind of leave him to that. The fletcher can also turn gravel into flint. Good to know. Well, the next stop on this train of progress is gonna be the retail district and the fletcher. Wait a minute, that's why we had the extra waystone, because we don't have a waystone here for Byzantine Hills. I think we dug it up when we did the decoration over there. Well, we're taking the long way now, but that's a mental note. I'm gonna have to go around and get some more waystones. Now, waystones, you can find them pretty easily, but can you craft them? You can, but you need a warp stone. Oh my god, that's way expensive. Why would you pay this when you can just walk around for a bit and find one in the wild? Wait a minute, what's all these stink lines in the restaurant? What's going on? Who's stunk up the place? We're gonna get like a food hygiene rating of 0. Zelda, what's up? The food I have is too raw to eat. This seems to be a common problem. Are people wandering around with eggs? What's it today then? Too raw? Okay. Too raw. Why aren't people cooking their food? So we have a recipe here for Caesar salad, but we don't actually have a recipe. No, we have a recipe for steak. We have a recipe for bread into toast. Well, we've got some other animals on the farm now, so maybe let's make some other recipes here. So what about lamb? Cooked lamb. No, that's a flamberge. Hey. There we go, it's mutton. Right, gotcha. Nice to see you. Also, cooked chicken. We've got chickens too. Hi. We don't have any rabbits, but we definitely have pigs. And what are pigs good for, if not pork? Well, there we go, that's some extra foods. And there is some raw beef in here. Why aren't you cooking? Oh, wait, it could be that the fuel here is still also set to jungle planks. Fuel, charcoal, no, it's charcoal on and jungle planks on. Well, that's a puzzle. So these guys should be getting food that isn't raw. I'm really not sure why Biggie Calvin and God Dragon Lich are hanging around with raw food. Need something? I mean, he's got raw beef in his backpack. Maybe we take that out and give it to somebody else. In fact, this is a good idea. So what we can do is we can add some minimum stock over here at the restaurant, so the restaurant always has food that isn't raw. It looks like they don't really like cooking on demand. Now do be careful when you press this button in All the Mods 9, because there are so many options in the mod, so many items, it will potentially crash your game, or at least freeze it for about a minute. So let's just have a minute to chat. How's it going? You having a good week? I'm having an okay week. I'm having a great week actually, yeah. Good to know. Okay, well, glad to catch up with you guys. Anyway, let's hope the list loads. So here we go. We're going to make sure that Caesar salad is always here, and we always have a stack, because this has really good, there we go, 1 stack of Caesar salad. Oh my god, now we've got to load it again. So do be prepared for this, guys. Minimum stock is a bit of an ordeal in a mod pack this big. And a stack of toast, because why not? I love waking up with toast. Wait a minute, what's he doing? Oh, you're eating lettuce. Kenjiro, well, I respect that. Maybe Kenjiro is a vegan or a vegetarian. He's loving the lettuce life. That's fine by me. But we've got to make sure that the restaurant is making Caesar salad. We went through all the work of getting the right crops. The fact that we're not making Caesar salad is a bit of a joke. So here we go. Right, now that we've given 64 salad as a stock minimum, the restaurant is starting to say, hang on a sec, my dude, where's the stuff? I need lettuce, which he's getting a delivery of. I need olives, which he's also getting a delivery of. He needs bread, which he's getting a delivery of for the toast. He needs bread dough. And this is crafted by the bakery at level 3. So we need to make sure the baker, is doing all those things. Water bottles. That could be a thing. We need someone to make water bottles. And glass bottles. But also the fuel. Yeah, these guys are stuck on wanting these jungle planks. So we're going to remove jungle planks from the fuel over here. There we go. Oh man, I'm so glad I took this episode to do a bit of colony TLC, because I really did have no idea this problem was happening over here at the restaurant. Look at this. Our university researchers are just wasting time eating raw eggs or something. Yeah, he's eating honeycomb or flowers. Are you eating flowers, Scotty the Quick? Well, you're not Scotty the Quick in a mental capacity, are you? So we'll give this time to process through the system, and let's head on our way to the retail district, because it looks like there's a few recipes over there we need to tie up as well. Oh man, what's this? Ooh, a bloodstain. This must be from the Battle of the Bridge. That was quite the epic battle. So onwards with the colony health check. This is the first building, the Fletcher. Need to make sure this guy is making arrows, or at least he knows how to make arrows. Because you know what, I don't even think we gave him the arrow recipe. No, we did. So he needs sticks, he needs flint, and he needs feathers. These are things he should be getting. So, okay, we don't need to worry about that. Next stop is the bakery. Okay, let's make some bread. Now, they come by default with most of the recipes that are required. This guy is the one that makes water bottles. Okay, pretty cool. And he can also make bread dough, so that's under wraps. In fact, how is our baker doing? Manage workers. John Cletus, he's got pretty good stats. Yeah, he's on the case. So next down the line is the glass blower, and a good point is, does this guy have the recipe for bottles? No, he doesn't. Okay, well, we're going to teach him the recipe for bottles. There we go. Oh man, yeah, so many recipes to plug in. Now, the florist. What kind of flowers are going on down here at the flower hut? So at the moment, the plantables are all of the important ones, and there's no weird flowers here. Basically, as flowers are required, the florist should plant them and, well, yeah, create them. One thing you can do is set a minimum stock over at the warehouse of, say, like, I don't know, if you put down 32 of every single flower, eventually he'll go through all the flowers and get them. Some flowers are more important than others, of course, like poppies and dandelions are used as a cure over at the university. So as night falls, let's have a sleep, because I think we've wrapped up the retail district. So there we go, back to the clipboard, and what's on the list now? So the arrows are being made at the Fletcher. He's waiting for the bits, and they will come to him in time. Back down here at the restaurant, and the place has cleared out. So either everybody got tired and went home, or, as I think and hope and believe happened, they got their cooked steaks, pork chops, and they got the hell out of Dodge. So that's good to know. Now, we do need to make sure that they have the bread recipe in here. I didn't quite check this before. So these guys need to be able to make bread. Usually the bread can be made at the bakery, but why not also teach the restaurant how to make bread themselves? They might be able to do this, they might not. No, okay. So bread is definitely only made over at the bakery. A good point though, what is the baker using for fuel? Oh man, it's back and forth today, but this is important. Checking out your colony and making sure everything's running is gonna mean a lot of running back and forth. So fuel, and the fuel source is charcoal, and luckily none of our clipboard requirements are for charcoal fuel. So charcoal is getting to where it needs to go. So we'll skip past the food for now, hope this solves itself in the backgrounds, and here we go. A fishing rod is required by Jade, and that's a Fletcher recipe, I believe, so let's do it. Have some everlasting steak, eternal beef. Man, speaking of everlasting beef, the last TV series that I watched was on Netflix. It was called Beef, and yeah, this is my weekly television recommendation. But oh my god, Beef on Netflix is one of the best TV series I've seen for a long time. If you're watching anything amazing that isn't YouTube, and my videos of course, on TV at the moment, if you think there's a really good series that you think other people should check out and give a second chance, put it in the comment section because A, I need something to watch, and B, I will like and heart the comment. So next steps, we'll skip past the food, and here we go. Alright, so we're on to what the builders are needing for whatever they're building. We need spruce wood panels, cobblestone is a requirement, framed oak planks, we should have these already, and framed cobblestone. So it's back over to the carpenter and the mason to get these sorted. And as always, you can use the request system right here to, oh yeah, this is streamlining things so much. But yeah, just put the panels in there, boom, teach you that recipe. More requests, the wood panel, boom, teach. Framed oak planks, teach you that, should have had that already. And this one here, boom, and this makes things so much easier. So let's keep the party bus rocking and rolling, and cobblestone. So it looks like cobblestone is a real big requirement. I've got loads in my computer at home, but it does make me realize I do not have a quarry. And I'm starting to feel like maybe a quarry is going to be important. Cobblestone is used for so many things. It's also a great way to get sand and gravel sometimes. So maybe we can do that. But for now, we can go back home and empty our computer of a bit of this cobblestone we have lying around. But you know what? We can go over here to the stash, open up our chest that's attached to it, and just pile the cobblestone in here. So the couriers will come on over and empty this of cobblestone as and when they can. We're also going to be putting a few other things in here that we don't need, like a couple of stacks of glass. Some more diorite, perhaps. A little bit of granite. And some clay. And again, these are all things that it's kind of important that our colony has on hand, and we're not really needing over here in our computer. Yeah, look at these things. Polished granite and stairs, they're going to be required for some builds. Oh, cream bricks, get those out of here too. Bit of magma as well, never hurts. And off we go. Okay, back to the clipboard, see what's going on now. Got more things to solve. A cartography table. Okay, and who makes a cartography table? Let's find out. It's the carpenter. Okay, so back over to Braven Boulevard. Oof, man, yeah, so it's non-stop, but at least you always have a clear direction. And that's what's really cool about Minecolonies. When things are going wrong, when things have stalled, you always have, thanks to the clipboard, a clear direction forwards. You always know the best avenue for your dudes to get them set up. So things are moving and things are grooving. All of the arrows, the food is kind of vanishing slowly. I can see these getting better and better, so we'll leave that for a while because at the moment it all looks like it's, going pretty good. We've given the materials and the recipes to all of the carpenters, the masons and things. Everything's kind of under wraps. The last thing on our list for things to take care of at the moment is golden apples and honey bottles. And this is pretty important. Sal Nerd is a doctor over at the hospital, so we need to make sure that they're getting the honey and the golden apples they need. Now, that's a tricky one, right? How do we get apples? I don't actually know. You can't really grow them on the farm. Let's take a look. Apple. So apple is pretty simple, and it is made at the assistant cook with nature essence, or it's made in a botany pot with an apple sapling. Okay. But beyond that, there's no real way to get an apple without just being lucky. I think maybe the forester might get apples as they dig oak trees. And we do have oak trees being built, but maybe we can make an apple oak that we can put over at the forester's hut. So we'll go and get some apples and a sapling and see if we can add some apple trees to the forester's catchment zone. Oh man, yeah, we're taking care of business this episode. This is pretty exciting. So we return back home. I've definitely got some apples in here. Yeah, 69. Nice. We'll make an apple sapling from Croptopia. using apparently an azalea. That's fine. We'll make 2 because it's better than 1. And we'll also remove the remaining apples from here. There we go. And you can see these are being slowly drained by our courier. Taking his time though. So over to the Garden of Hoobies. Oh, nightfall again. I feel like we're going to get a raid this episode as well. I'm quietly confident. More like quietly nervous, I suppose. Oh my god, speak of the devil. Now, this is the perfect time to test out the barracks. Have I got gold on me in my backpack? No? Okay. Well, lickety-split, let's do it. Gonna go home, grab some gold, then go to the barracks. Give them the things they need to spy on the enemy. Boom. Gold. We're looking for gold. There's a stack. Boom. Over to the military district. No time to waste. And let's get up here and pay these spies. Come on, James Bond, tell me where the barbarians are. Hire the spies, boom. So we've hired the spies. Now we should be able to see where these dudes are on the map. Now we can also see where they are on the real map. Oh man, look at the colony, it's pretty huge. They are in the northwest, so that's Never Eat. This way, they're coming at the hospital, uh-oh. But now we've hired the spies, these guys should be good to go. So the Drunken Eagle, and we're gonna need fresh troops, so Cesare Crenshaw, get in here. I don't have the hay bales. Where are the hay bales? Never mind. What about you, Owen Syrup Hoarder? Yes, sunflowers. I've got sunflowers in here in spades. Get over here and find yourself a guard's uniform. Who else is around? Random Lazarus. Yes, what a name.
I'll take care of it.
But enchanted books, no. What a requirement. Never mind. Okay, so let's go and see if we can defend the colony. Where are these guys coming from? I should be able to see them through the map pretty soon, since my spies should be hard. Oh my god. Oh my god! Usagi B has been destroyed! There they are, they're coming. This is a tough raid. Have they dug through? Oh my god, they've dug through the walls. This is not good. Get 'em, boys. Okay, the guards are going in now, thick and fast. Action stations, get 'em, teabag. Cheesy Braven on the case. Knight Supreme, Scotty Shreve running for his life. Go on, my friend. Oh, he's just a hollow suit of armor. Oh yeah, the guards have responded. This is going really well so far. Only 1 death. Oh my god! Vita T Wolf Dragon, shot by an archer. Not great, but not terrible. Yeah, we're gonna lose some dudes today. Oh, death. But we have a graveyard, so they might be able to come back. At least we'll get their stuff back when the Undertaker comes and collects it. Go on, dudes, get him. Hard at work. Oh, Molly Moo Mahogany, the All-Star. Only in leather armor. I'm sorry, dude. I'll upgrade your guard tower, I promise. Oh no, she's on the ropes. She's gonna get knocked off. No! Oh, she survived. Good. Only 4 raiders left. Oh, 3 raiders left. There's one of them. 2 raiders left. Go on, guys. He's right there. Go on, Aqua. Yeah, you know it. Get him. Get him. Oh, they're mobbing him. He stands no chance. But there is a final raider. Where's this guy? Well, wherever he was, he bit the dust. Whew, amazing. So a quick look. Oh, pour one out, guys. We lost Usagi B and we lost Beta T Wolf Dragon. Oh, rest in pieces, my brothers and sisters in battle. My brothers and sisters in arms. Oh, look at this. Right, so Uncle Guy finally has something to do, so he needs a shovel. Now, we can make shovels over at the blacksmith, and as you can see, yeah, somebody is making a stone shovel, but he's not going to move until he gets that shovel, which means the graves could despawn. So we can probably give him a shovel, but no, I want to leave the colony to solve its own problems this episode, because that's what we're aiming for in the long run. So like I said, because the library and the school now are all up and running, like the ones in the university and the ones in the church, I think it's finally time to turn on Kids Will Be Born. We've got loads and loads and loads more guard slots to fill in, so getting new dudes in the colony is pretty important. Now let's take another look over here at the, oh yeah, look at this. I got a challenge, town, which is what, 100 dudes? You settled, you survived. You thrived. Wow, I completed the game, amazing. We still need the mystical site to level 5 to become the envy of the whole world. I don't think so. Bury your first citizen, that's what we're trying to do right now. And your Undertaker resurrected a fallen citizen. That might happen as well. So back over here at the Garden of Hoobies, we've got our apple saplings ready to rock. And yeah, for some reason, our guy is not really digging up these trees. We need to make sure he's all configured. Oh man, that is a really amazing mustache, my friend. So settings-wise, we do want him to replant. We do want him to use the zones. Break leaves, I think we should put that off. We don't want him to break leaves. And I don't think we want him to use shears either, because they're quite expensive. And we don't need leaves. We've got so much food in the warehouse that that's actually great for compost. Now the saplings, here we go. He's got absolutely everything here on the list, which is good to know. We need to make sure though his catchment area is pretty good. So selection tools, we'll make sure, yeah, because at the moment he's got quite a small area that he's digging from, but this area could be a lot bigger. We're going to try and expand this by putting position 1 over here in the corner. And then position 2 we'll put up here. Yeah, there we go. And that's like with a right click, that's a nice big zone for him to clear and collect trees from. And what we can do is now put down the saplings. There's one. There's another. And so now he should be actually gathering apples when he digs these apple saplings. So he's got spruce, he's got oak, and he's got apple saplings. Yeah, so as you can see, work has kind of stalled over here on the warehouse because he's waiting for something. I couldn't tell you what that is, but the clipboard can. Paper, here we go. Right, so your mom has gone to school, and as a student, she needs paper to learn, which is again another thing we need to make sure we can make on the colony. Now, how do you make paper? Who makes a paper? Is it a fletcher? Could be a fletcher. Somebody does for sure. It's a carpenter, of all things, or a planter. So we can actually get this made over at the plantation. So here we are in the plantation. We'll go to crafting recipes and teach them how to make paper. Boom. And this is a good shout. This is probably the best place to do it. And we'll give him a couple of stacks in here. Let's just get him over here. Here you go. And, oh, looks like he's got stink lines. I guess he was like trying to eat. So we've come over here to the university and I've gotten the materials we're going to need to research some of the very important researches. Now, number 1 down technology, we really do want to be getting deeper pockets. But that requires more library, so we can't do that yet. Recipe book is going to be important for more recipes because now we're starting to kind of really diagnose the problems. These colonists are going to need a lot more recipes in their huts. So, more recipes in the bag. Heavy machinery increases citizen block break speed. That's going to be great for our builders and great for all of our gatherers, especially the miner. And also we're going to need some more help with raids because we lost our first guards recently. So we've got some iron and we're going to learn riposte for more armor on the guards. It's a little bit, but it will help. And the 4th and final research we're going to do is fear. It needs 16 emeralds, and what this is going to do is guards take 10% less damage when fleeing. They've already got feint, so they take 20% less damage. This is going to help them a lot, and it's going to preserve the lives of our guards, I hope. Boom. So 4 of 4, and we're good to go. So thank you very much, and a massive thank you for watching this episode of Minecolonies. This episode was a real health check, but it was really needed. We didn't build a single building this episode, but you know what? That's okay. Maybe it's okay that we have to slow down a bit from progress because we were getting ahead of ourselves. Our colony had so many problems that we were kind of just ignoring and saying to ourselves, you know what, let's just build another building. That's cool. No, we had to come back and fix things, get things sorted. But we're well on the way now. I'm going to zip around and give these guys all of the recipes they need to make sure things keep going and we can get that warehouse built up to level 1, 2, and 3. Because another warehouse and more couriers is really going to help us out in the long run. Also, I'm going to see if I can get all of the couriers' huts upgraded to level 4, because we can do that now with the builders' huts being level 4, and we really do need those couriers being at the top of their game. I've been Sjin, a massive thank you for watching. Consider becoming a Patreon member or a YouTube member. Don't forget to join the Discord, there's a link in the description below, and until next time, take care.